There are two main ways to create a repeating pattern in our design lab, and in this video, we're going to learn how to do both. The first method is to create a unique pattern using only the elements available in the design lab. The lab automatically creates a repeating pattern, so this is definitely an easy way to create something truly unique. To do this, let's begin with the Start Blank option. As usual, the first thing you want to do before you begin designing is choose your tile size. Your tile size will determine the size of the repeating pattern you create and how many times it appears on a single meter of fabric. Once you've set your desired tile size, you can go ahead and add design elements. Of course, this stage is completely customizable, so the elements I'm choosing are just for this video example. Once you've added some shapes you like, you can add repetition effects, should you desire. There are many different options that help you create a unique print of your own. When you've finished designing your pattern, or you simply want to check it out mid-design, you can click on the Preview button in the top right corner of the lab. What the preview shows you is 1 meter of fabric with the print you've designed. As you can see, the tile I designed is automatically repeated seamlessly across the meter of fabric. Make sure you choose your desired fabric so you know exactly how it will look once printed. That's option 1, but if you already have an image file of a pattern you'd like to use rather than designing one in the lab, that is an option 2. To upload an existing repeating pattern into the lab, begin with the Upload Your Image option. In order to create a pattern that seamlessly repeats, you have to ensure that the pattern in your image was designed to be repeated. For example, this fox pattern was designed so that the edges align perfectly with each other, creating an endlessly repeating pattern. When we preview our meter of fabric, we see this image repeated multiple times over the entire surface of our fabric with no seams or breaks. Sometimes when you save an image, especially when that image has been converted from vector to raster format, there's a white line that appears around the perimeter. This is because some pixels were added by the software you were using. It's a very common problem, so make sure you triple check your file to ensure this hasn't happened. It'll be quite obvious when you go to preview your fabric in the design lab, as you can see with this pattern I've used. As we have a hands-off production process, we don't check files before they're printed, and therefore won't fix this error should it occur. Another really important thing to remember when using an existing image is image quality. With this fox image, for example, let's say that I wanted the pattern to be larger. To do this, I would have to increase my tile size, then my image size so that the image repeats fewer times across my fabric. However, you can see that when I do this, the quality, or DPI, of my image is too low. Images uploaded into the design lab need to be at least 150 DPI in JPEG or PNG format. The higher your image quality, the larger your image can be. Keep this in mind when finding or creating your image. Let's quickly look at an example of an image that doesn't work to create a repeating pattern. You can see that this abstract image was not created to seamlessly repeat, as the edges don't align with each other. When I preview my meter of fabric with this image repeated over it, you see obviously that the image does not create a seamless repeating pattern. Of course, you may still like this look. At the end of the day, your final product is entirely up to you.